Hi, y'all, what's going on, man? Y'all probably think y'all seeing a stranger right now, but you're not. You know what I mean? This is your brother, man. It's your brother Frank. And you know, it's another opportunity, man. It's another opportunity to get better, you know what I mean, to evolve, to grow, all of that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna do that tonight. We're gonna keep doing that every day in every way. So welcome, man. For those who don't know, who haven't been here for a long time, you know what I mean? I haven't been here for a long time, but we're gonna get into that a little bit later. But I just want to say welcome, man. Welcome. Welcome to View from the Man Cave, a place for honest, intellectual, and informative dialogue and discourse about all things related to masculinity and manhood, responsibility and respect, provision and protection. So let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Hi, y'all. Man, I know it's been a long time. It's been a long time since I did a show. I've been doing my thing, man. So many things have been going on. I've just been very busy, you know what I mean, taking care of family things, taking care of manhood things, husband things, father things, all of that. And I've been spending time on Clubhouse as well, as I've told y'all before in the past. So, you know what I mean? So if you're on Clubhouse, man, check me out over there. Check me and the family out over there, Gabe, Nicole, a few other people over there, man, that, we're doing, that I'm doing my thing with. But the content is still there, man. We just switched it to another platform. But every once in a while, I'm going to come back, man. You know what I mean? Like I said before, I can't, I can't walk away from y'all, man. I can't do it at all. So, but today I just wanted to talk about something that was on my heart. I wanted to talk about colleagues and competition. And I'm going to use a current event to kind of get my point across. So just bear with me for a little bit. So I just wanted to talk about the situation between the journalist Rachel Nichols and Maria Taylor. So for those who don't know, both of these women work at ESPN. And so Rachel Nichols, she's white. She's been at ESPN for a long time. She's a journalist. She's originally from Potomac, Maryland, which is a very affluent, upscale, upper echelon area here in Maryland, Southern Maryland, close to the DC area, not too far from it. So Rachel's from here. She's from this area. She's from the DMV. She went to college at the University of Northwestern, where she graduated from the Medill School of Journalism. So it is a very prestigious school for journalists. And some of the biggest and brightest journalists in the world are alums of Northwestern University. Just at ESPN alone, you have people like Kevin Blackistone. You have people like Michael Wilbon, J.A. Adonde, Adam Schefter, Steve Weissman, Mike Greenberg. These are some of the best journalists, that the world, sports journalists that the world has ever seen. And they all work at ESPN. And they all came from the same school, Northwestern University, the Medill School of Journalism. So, so Rachel Nichols, very accomplished journalist, has done a lot of great things in the journalism field, highly respected, highly educated, just overall, just a good journalist, one of the best in the game, in the business. And she's been at ESPN for a long time. And the controversy came about because she was working on the NBA Finals. She was a journalist at the NBA Finals, and ESPN decided that they wanted her to work with a sister by the name of Maria Taylor, who's from Georgia, plays sports, Centennial High School, I think. I want to say Centennial, but she, played college, I think, volleyball at the University of Georgia, and then she went on to do great things as well, and is doing great things as well at ESPN. So ESPN decided, in their infinite wisdom, that they wanted Rachel Nichols and they wanted Maria Taylor to work together, to work the NBA Finals. And so Rachel Nichols she was on a conference call. And, the mic was hot and she didn't know that she was being recorded. And she basically alluded to Maria Taylor only getting the opportunity to work the NBA Finals with her because she was Black. And so she just completely discounted this woman's skills, her experience, her talent. And she just alluded to the fact, or she, it was her perception, her belief that Maria Taylor was assigned to work with her at the NBA Finals because she was Black. You know what I mean? Not because she was talented, not because she put her own work in. You know what I mean? That she held it down. She was, very accomplished in her own right. None of that. Just because she was Black. And so there was a lot of backlash from that. It got out, it leaked. Rachel Nichols had to come out. She had to apologize. The sister Maria, our sister, she did not accept the apology, rightfully so. They replaced Rachel Nichols with Malika Edwards, who's another great journalist, another great sister as well. And so I just wanted to talk about that, man. Honestly, it was on my heart to talk about it because, a lot of us in our community, we see other groups of people and they talk a certain way and they move a certain way. And we think that these people are woke. We think that these people are, should get cookout invites. We should invite them to the cookouts. They're cool. You know what I mean? They understand us. They know how to dance to hip hop. They like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? They like reggae, whatever. So, we get real laxed. We get real comfortable around people like that. And so, Rachel Nichols is emblematical and she's symbolic of a lot of people, a lot of non-ADOS people in this world, in this country. A lot of people, a lot of non-Black people think just like Rachel Nichols, regardless of how nice they are, regardless of, how much hip hop they listen to, regardless of how much Mary J. Blige and Keisha Cole they listen to, they think just like Rachel Nichols. Your librarian, your kid's teacher at their school, the loan officer at your bank who gets to decide if you get a loan or not and at what interest rate. The majority of them think just like Rachel Nichols. A lot of guys out here who, in our community who always talk about divesting, who always talk about, white women and loving white women and wanting to, white women are better and all that, than Black women and all of that. A lot of these women that y'all are chasing, that y'all are idolizing, that y'all are putting on a pedestal, a lot of these women that y'all are in the bed with right now think just like Rachel Nichols. And so I want us to stop being so laxed. I want us to stop being so comfortable. You know what I mean? Life is chess. Life is strategic. Life is calculated. And everybody understands this except Black people. We move based on how we feel. We do things based on what feels right. And other groups of people move and do things based on what they know to be right, based off of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, information, stats. You know what I mean? They build foundations off of that. We build foundations off of a feeling. And you can't do that. You can't do it at all, man. You know what I mean? It's just, we keep falling for the same things, man. We keep falling for the same traps in our community. You know what I mean? And I'm not even saying Maria Taylor did that. I'm not even saying that I don't know this sister. I don't know if she was real tight with Rachel. I don't know if they were friends. I don't know, if she invited her to, her birthday parties and all of that. I don't know. I don't know how close they were. But I know that from my experience, from my personal experience, from seeing it, hearing about it, studying it, reading it, is that we get very comfortable around people like that, around non-Black people who act just like that. And the biggest culprits of that, at the end of the day, really is liberalism. Because when we think about, conservatives, white conservatives, and we think about, white Republicans, we tend to have an understanding about who they are. So we know how to move around them. But it's the liberals, it's the ones that's liberal-minded, it's the ones that are okay with you doing whatever you want to do and encouraging you to be dysfunctional, encouraging you to do things that don't really benefit you, as a people and as a person. It's those type of people that we're comfortable around. It's those types of people that rock us to sleep. You know, that we're comfortable with believing that everything is okay around. And so what you have to understand is that in this life, everybody has an agenda. Everybody has an agenda. Everybody has a plan. Everybody has a strategy. And their agenda and their plan and their strategy obviously is designed to benefit them. You know what I mean? It's not designed to benefit you. So, you know, Rachel Nichols her mentality, what she represents is very common. Is that there are certain groups of people in this world, there are certain people in this world who are okay with you getting whatever it is that you want to get, as long as it doesn't impede on what they want. So diversity is cool. You know what I mean? Diversity is cool as long as it doesn't impede on what she wanted, as long as it doesn't step on her toes. You know what I mean? When it comes to her house, when it knocks on her front door, when it takes a seat at her desk, then it's a problem. But if it's happening to any and everybody else, it's okay. There are a lot of people out here like that. And what those people are really telling you is that they don't believe in that. They don't believe in progress. They don't believe in the best person getting the best opportunity to succeed. They don't believe in that. Because if that means somebody taking their spot, then they have a problem with that. Your colleagues in this world are your competition. Most people don't see you as a colleague. Most people in this world don't see you as a friend. They see you as competition. Me, I'm from an era where, you know, I'm from a neighborhood, I'm from a block where I had the mentality that everybody can eat. Everybody can be successful. I could be successful at what I do because I'm the only one who can do it like I do it. And the next man who's beside me, my friend, my brother, my uncle, my cousin, my son, he can eat too. Because there's nobody out here who can do it the way that they do it. And so we can coexist and we can both eat and be successful and have lucrative ventures that we've designed and we built for ourselves. And we can exist simultaneously. But a lot of people don't think like that. A lot of people, when they look at you, when they see competition. They see food. You know what I mean? So I just want us to be mindful of that, man, especially as men, but just people overall, man. Understand that this world is not sweet. That people out here don't love you. They don't even like you. You know what I mean? A lot of people out here just tolerate you. They're okay with you doing whatever it is that you do, as long as you do it that way, as long as you do it over there, as long as it doesn't impede on this little comfortable situation that they got. That sometimes they got without merit. Sometimes they got it without earning it. Like I said, Rachel went to one of the best journalism schools in the country. And as I rolled down the names earlier, all those people that I named work at ESPN. So maybe that university and their journalism program is a plug. You know what I mean? They're a family, they're a fraternity. You know what I mean? They're a society where if you do certain things, if you come through this organization and you graduate and you come through this program, you automatically got to slide over here. It's too many people over there not to not consider that at the end of the day. Then you got to look at the fact that if you go through Rachel Nichols' family situation, her husband, her mother-in-law is Diane Sawyer, you know, one of the greatest journalists to ever live, you know, regardless of sex, regardless of race. You know, Diane Sawyer has did it all. She's been on some of the biggest, most, you know, prestigious, popular platforms that we have in the media. And that's her mother-in-law. So it's not far-fetched to assume or to suggest or to ponder or think that her mother-in-law could have helped, you know, her be able to do some of the moves that she's been able to do. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know, when people feel like they're not good enough, when people feel like they haven't earned their spot, you know what I mean? When people feel like, you know, they're not the smartest person or the most talented person in the room, people around them can become their competition. They don't see a colleague anymore. They see competition. They see somebody that could take their spot. You know what I mean? I'm cut from the cloth that I believe nobody can take my spot. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care how educated you are. I don't care what school you went to. I don't care who your father is. You know what I mean? Whatever's designed for me is going to be mine. I'm going to get it. You know what I mean? Regardless of the competition, I believe what was designed for me to have, I'm going to get it based on my will and my desire and my ability to go out here and make moves happen. You know what I mean? Put myself in the right position, posture myself to be productive, to be prominent in whatever field I'm trying to get into. And there's nobody out here who can stop me from doing that. That's the cloth that I'm cut from. That's what I believe. But everybody don't believe that. You know what I mean? So just be mindful of that, man. Watch who you around. You know what I mean? Regardless of what, if you never hear it, if they never say it to you, because obviously they won't, keep that in the back of your mind, man. That more than likely that person sees you as competition, and they don't want you anywhere near them. They don't want you anywhere near them because they may be afraid that you may outshine them. And there's certain people who push agendas, and they give you the illusion of, you actually benefiting from these agendas just as much as they are. But that's not true. These agendas and these movements that we see, they're designed for a certain group of people to benefit from the most. And it's not Black people. It's not, because we didn't create these movements. So if we didn't create it, then just on its face, it's not designed for us to benefit from it the most. But we're used as soldiers. We're used as bait. We're used as pawns to push these agendas. And the people who created them know that we're not going to benefit from them, not as much as they are. And so in this situation, Rachel Nichols was feeding into an agenda that benefited her more so than it benefited Maria Taylor. And at the end of the day, when she thought it wasn't going to benefit her as much as she wanted it to, as she thought it would, she lashed out and she spoke from her heart. And she said, look, that's not cool with me, man. I'm not cool with that. You go be a Black woman and you get your diversity over there. You get your liberation over there. You know what I mean? You get your come up over there. Not over here. Not in my space. Not what I've built. Not what I've had to do, whatever I had to do to get. I don't want you nowhere near here. I don't even want to give you the opportunity to outshine me, to make certain people in certain places think that, hey, she can do it just as good as I can, so we don't need her, or we can move her over here, or we can pay her this or whatever. You know what I mean? A lot of that is cowardice. A lot of that is fear. Some of the most horrible things that have ever happened, that have ever been done, that have ever been said, have been done so and said so out of fear. Fear of losing your spot. Fear of people exposing you as the person that, you're really not. You're not the smartest person in the room. You're not the best journalist in the room. And so if you look at somebody and feel like they can expose that, if you're fearful of being exposed, then you'll do whatever you can to get certain people out of the way. But y'all remember that, man. If y'all don't remember nothing else I said from this video, be careful out here, man. Watch people around you. Everybody's not your friend. All these colleagues you have, they're not your friends. They don't see you as a colleague. They see you as competition. They don't care nothing about you. They don't like you because you have the opportunity to potentially take their spot or to outshine them. And if there's somebody who doesn't believe in standing on your own merits and believe that nobody can take anything from you that's designed for you to have based off your work ethic and your skills and your ability, then they'll do whatever they can to get you up out of there. So know that. All these people all these people that you're confiding in, all these people that you're showing love to, you inviting to the cookout, you saying they're cool and all that, you bringing them around, you bringing them home, you bringing them around your family, all those people aren't friends. They don't see you as a friend. They see you as a competition. And all of this networking and building that y'all doing is just, in their mind, an opportunity for them to get certain information and pick up on certain things about you in order to use it against you to beat you for certain things. I've lived it. I've seen it. I've experienced it in my own personal life and in the lives of people around me. So be careful, man. On that note, I'm going to say peace. I love y'all. It's good to be back. I won't keep y'all waiting as long as I did last time. Y'all be easy.